Hi, and welcome to Tips and Tricks on helping you find a team in Destiny 2 so you can enjoy Destiny 2 for what I enjoy it. Raiding, dungeons, missions, nightfalls, all that stuff that you need a team for. This is basically a helpful guide for that, obviously. Now, where do we start? Where do you find a team? What I did when I first started was go into Discord. Then in Discord, I would go to Discover tab, type in Destiny LFG, LFG meaning looking for group, and joining this one on screen. Now, I won't give the full tutorial, but here's the basics. Okay, so here you can see I'm on Discord. I went to the Discover tab over here, looked up Destiny 2, and clicked on Destiny 2 LFG. Now, once you go here, you're not gonna go on this screen. You're probably gonna be like at the beginning. I don't really remember, but it'd be like one of these basically. And here, what's basically gonna happen is you're gonna scroll down, and you're gonna find Raid LFG. That's the one I use the most for raiding. And here you can see they have checkpoints, Pantheon, which is obviously the popular one right now. There's a perpetual, etc., etc. All these raids that you can go in and look for a team. Now, there's already people in these servers looking for a team, and I'm gonna use one as an example. So, for example, this is Pantheon. So all you're gonna see are different Pantheons. And so right here, you see he's looking for 3 for Callus Resplendent Fresh. Join this person and we'll go to chat 89. So obviously you would highlight, copy and paste, and go to chat 89 if you wanted to join him. I'm not gonna join him for obvious reasons, but you go all the way down to chat 89. If I can find it. Oh, there you go. Chat 89. There we go. See, he still has 3 people in there, obviously, because he said he's looking for 3. And you could join, be the 4th, and wait for 2 more. But obviously, if you don't want to do Callus or whatever, you can go and look for more. And as well, if you want to do your own raid team, like let's say you are by yourself and you want to do 4 feet whatever of Insurrection Prime, you would go in here and you would put looking for 5 Insurrection Prime, 5 or 4 feet, whatever I said, join, and then put your thing specifically. Obviously, I don't really do that mostly because I'm a really chill person. I don't really care about anything like that. But you can obviously do that, and also have your own chat. Join one of these that are empty. For example, 119. Join here. See, you're by yourself, and tell people, hey, come to chat 119. That's where I'm at. And as well, that's not always the case. Sometimes people don't even have fire team chats. Sometimes they say DM me so you can join, and so you DM them so you can join, and they invite you to a different server, this and that, which is why I have so many servers actually. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Now, this doesn't really only work for raids. This works for any other thing you want to do. Mostly in Destiny 2. Like here, like I said, they have all the raids, but here they have Nightfall, General, Dungeons, Portal, Story Side Quests, Exotic Quests. I don't really use these. I mean, you can depending on what's happening, but since Destiny 2 is shutting down, they don't really have many more new things happening. So when Icebreaker came out, a lot of the exotic quests. When Outbreak Perfected, a lot of these quests. New dungeons, you would do that. Nightfalls every single Tuesday, you could do that. And yeah, that's generally speaking what I like to use. And this is all preference based. Something else I really recommend is going to people like streamers. For example, Astacross. You could go to him, and he has his own LFG thing. Uh, yeah, I don't really use his in honesty, but sometimes when you use a YouTuber specific Discord channel or whatever, then it's really good because you all for the most part look at the same tutorial, so you all have the same idea of, hey, this YouTuber made this tutorial. I joined their Discord and I found a team through their Discord. So hey, since we all obviously follow the same person, let's all do that same strategy, and it is so much easier to go off of that. But I digress. To each their own. Now, there's also Fire Team Finder in Destiny 2, but I personally do not enjoy using that. But you are more than welcome to use that as well. It's just a matter of like, I've had bad experiences on there, and I've never really had like a wow experience, so I just don't use it. But I mean, to each their own, in all honesty. Also, side note, if you join a team and you not like the vibes or they're being assholes to you for whatever the reason may be, you don't have to stay. You are more than welcome to leave. Trust me, there are so many cool people out there that so many cool people out there and so many of them just trying to get stuff done that it is not worth it joining people who genuinely suck as people. Now, that being said, this leads me on to the next point. Do your research. What I mean by this, for example, is Pantheon is a big thing out right now, and everyone wants to do it for obvious reasons. That's also the gameplay you're seeing in the background, Pantheon. It has good loot, and it's a lot of fun. Now, if you intend to do this activity with strangers, please know what you are doing. It is one thing to join a team that is teaching or you are asked to be taught. Now, that's completely okay. I understand that because sometimes we need not just the visual, but actually doing the activity. But if you join a raid group who doesn't have all the time in the world to teach someone, or then you can't really blame them because a lot of these people have stuff going on. They have jobs, they have families, they have IRL activities. So if you do want to do an activity, then I recommend looking up how to do it before you do it. Now, if you join a team and then tell them straight up, hey, I've never done this activity, but I know what I'm doing because I saw a video guide on how to do it, then that's perfectly fine. And if they still don't want you in that team because you've never done it, then honestly, and they kick you, that's on them. That's completely on them. There are plenty of raid groups out there that I've joined multiple that are completely fine with that. Now, at this point, once you join, it is boots on the ground and putting what you know into practice. But, not every team is the same. What I mean by that is every encounter, well, most encounters, have multiple strategies and multiple ways to do things. And that brings me to my next point. Be adjustable. What I mean by this, if you join a team and they need you to do a certain task, be ready. Now, obviously, be upfront as well. Be like, hey, I've never done it, but I saw a video guide and I think I can. Or hey, I'm not too comfortable if you want to give it to someone else. Or hey, it might take me a few tries, just FYI. From my experience, most chill and good teams are okay if you know the basics and allow yourself to be taught and actually put in the effort. Now, yeah, sometimes it is just not a good fit for you because of your loadout, because of this or that. But it is a good idea to be open to any position the team might give you for the fact that it will make the process so much easier. Now, not just in any position, but also any strategy. A lot of encounters have multiple ways of doing an encounter, and a lot of them have multiple team setups, where to position for DPS, what weapons to use. Basically, be open and be ready for anything. And most of all, be ready to learn a new way to do it. Because the mechanics will be the same no matter what. It's how you execute them. And that might be difficult at first, but could also be better in the long run. So be ready. Which is actually what my next point is. Be ready. Now this is kind of like do your research, but more on the character side. So you know the encounter, you've seen the videos, you have a team. Now it's time to fulfill your spot and your role. Right now, Destiny 2 is not getting any major updates, as you all know. So the meta is pretty set in stone. That means bring your best gear, that means your best guns for the encounter, and loadouts that can keep you alive, and the ability to hold your own. The worst thing when a random joins a raid team isn't that they are new or don't know all the way what they're doing. Sometimes it's the fact that they literally cannot stay alive, and it's a constant quest to revive them constantly, and no one wants that in their team. It is quite literally a detriment to everyone, especially when you have, like I said, Pantheon limited revive tokens. So this means if you don't know what's good, if you don't know like what a good build is or this or that, blah blah, look them up. There's no excuse to not look up what is good right now and what would be good for that certain encounter. There's so many Destiny 2 YouTubers that have so many videos on what is good builds, maybe for this encounter, blah blah blah. So, there's really not an excuse. So if you join a raid team with last word and a machine gun and a laser beam, then you cannot blame them for kicking you out. Now, if you really don't have the guns to do the activity, that's a whole different story. Because at that point, then it's not really up to them to adjust to you. You have to understand that you also need to have the right guns. If you only have a last word with a laser beam and a machine gun, then, most teams, they might let you in. They might let you have fun and everything. But a lot of teams, I will say right now, will not let you. So as long as you have a medium decent build, medium decent weapons, then you should be okay. But be ready for people to not be okay with that. Now, if you do have really good guns and you do have a really good build, but literally don't know how to use any of them, then that's also on you. Get comfortable with your build first, or know how to use the perks on your guns. Find the build you really enjoy, that is good, and, learn to use that build. especially in the higher echelon of activities in the game, where stuff does kill you really quickly, and it takes a lot to die. So like I said, be ready, have good guns, good builds, stay alive, and know what you're doing, not just as a encounter, but as you as a person, how to stay alive. Be part of the team. The next biggest tip I can give you is be patient. Like that's gonna be the biggest thing that's gonna like eat you up. There's a lot of people who enjoy Destiny, but can't commit 3 or 4 hours it takes for you to finish the activity, or more if their team is really struggling. And that's okay. You might have to go through so many raid teams, rage quitters, assholes, people who literally cannot do the activity. Like there's gonna be a lot going on. But trust me, be patient. Be patient with your team, be patient with people joining and leaving, and overall, don't make the community any worse. Like I said, there's a lot of people out there who are just really shitty and like just treat you really badly because you don't have the best gear, because you don't have the best build, because your stats are weird or whatever. There are shitty people out there, but there's also really cool people out there. Like you're gonna see my character here right now, and this character, it sucks. It actually sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. My stats are off. My guns are not like the best guns ever. This and that, blah blah blah. But I've done almost every activity in Destiny 2, and I've even finished this current stage of Pantheon. Now I will say I did it with 0 feats, but I'm slowly and surely working up to get better guns, better builds, better armor, and the raid team that is down to not only maybe not teach me, but help a brother out. And that's gonna be the biggest thing. Work your way up as well. Be patient with the game. If you're here, it's because you enjoy Destiny 2. If you're here, it's because you want to do these activities. And if you're here, it's because you're willing to put in the work. And that's what I recommend. Be patient and put in the work in honesty. As well, don't be the asshole that makes the entire team disband. Or don't be the reason that people shy away from playing with strangers. I always enjoy keeping up the positive vibes. If we are dying a lot, like guys, let's try this new thing, or guys, maybe we should do this, or oh my gosh, tell a funny joke, a funny story, keep the positive vibes up. Because sometimes it does suck. You're on the same encounter for 3 hours and, it's just not working, or this or that, or someone keeps messing up, Like, sometimes what you need, or what people need, is just someone who's really positive and just really there to, keep up the good vibes. And I know this video was really quickly, and I'm happy for that actually, because I didn't want to drag on too long. But these are the main things that I do whenever I look for randoms, when raiding, when dungeons, or anything like that. Overall, it's not really that bad of an experience. There's a lot of people out there who are genuinely fun people to play with, and hopefully you do find a cool team, and maybe even friends to help you finish everything you have left to do in Destiny 2. I know I have 100%, and I really enjoy Destiny 2 thanks to these people. And obviously sometimes times don't mix up and everything, and I have to look for randoms, and I never mind looking for randoms. And maybe I'm just an idiot talking into a mic, but overall, I truly do hope that this video was helpful to you in any way, shape, or form, and I do hope that you enjoy Destiny 2 for all it has to offer, not just the solo activities, and I do hope that, obviously you are able to do everything you want to do. Now, yeah, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Yeah, he actually is, yeah. P's on rhyme, P is on rhyme.
Yep, come here.
Line takes is angular right underneath his nuts.
Yeah, C is back left. Come on, there we go.
Good stuff.
Oh, good stuff.
First try. What? Literally, actually.
Yep.
Is that
Caddy? I got the caddy. Oh!
I got 3 threat levels. What is that? What weapon is that? A shotgun?
It's a shotgun.
Is it good?
Pretty decent.